everyone sucks.
Ugh, I forgot I'm not wearing waterproof mascara.
With Cory out of the Big Brother house, this next HOH is going to be the difference between a scorned showmancer getting revenge and a season 25 steamroll. But which will it be?
This is the part where you're gonna hate me.
Luckily, we've got the Scaryverse back to shake things up this week, and even more luckily, we've got my fellow Big Brother fan Nick Valdez stopping by later to talk more about this season. So let's get started. I'm Anna Rumor, and this is Pop Culture Social Call. We pick up after Cory's eviction, and everyone in the house is pretty happy with having him gone. Well, except for America.
It's so tough to hold back the tears.
Matt and Jag are feeling themselves as the dominant power in the house these past couple weeks, and Cirie and Felicia are very happy laying low, especially now that they've made a Final Four deal with the Minutemen.
I think it's real.
Other than America, the only person not having a good time in the house right now is Bowie Jane. Before he was evicted, Cory spun up a little lie to try and make Bowie paranoid about her relationship with Matt and Jag, telling her that they want to go to the end with Cirie and Felicia over her. I mean, he's right, but he didn't know that. Bowie's really taking it to heart though, and even after asking Jag about it, she's feeling sus about her two closest allies, which in turn is making Jag sus about her.
Her coming to me and being paranoid is a huge red flag.
We've got to get a new HOH in here to take the reins. Things are getting weird. So let's make them weirder with a visit to Johnny Mac's dental dungeon, courtesy of the Scaryverse.
Who's ready to play Johnny Mac, Demented Dentist?
For real, I love seeing him back in the game, and I love seeing the house guests Scooby-Doo in the hallway as they match skulls and dental records. You know what I didn't love? Jag winning a second consecutive HOH. There's a reason you typically can't do that without the invisible HOH twist, and it's because it's boring. Great for Jag's game, for my enjoyment.
That's illegal in Big Brother.
Now Jag is definitely in the dominant place in the house these past couple weeks, but he's got alliances with pretty much everyone except for America at this point, so he's limited in what he can do without really shaking things up, which I would support, but he's not gonna do that. With America as a no-duh nominee, Matt and Jag toy around with the idea of putting Bowie up as a pawn next to her, but she's too fragile with them right now, so it's gonna be Blue sitting up there as a pawn. She'll also help playing in the veto to keep America from winning, being that Blue is one of like 3 people in this season who can win anything. Now America's back is up against the wall, and despite her argument to Jag that he should take out someone who isn't literally party of one, he doesn't really have anyone else to target right now. So at the nomination ceremony, Jag puts up America and Blue.
This Austin moron just clipped your wings.
He's got a good point. This season is at a real turning point. That's why I'm bringing in my friend and co-host Nick Valdez to talk about everything that's going down in Big Brother this season. Welcome, Nick.
Oh, howdy everybody. Thanks for having me. So much is happening at once.
We've got multiverses. You pop back in, you're like, whoa, a lot has changed. I am really enjoying this season, but I feel like we've come to kind of a weird point. We had so many flips and flops back and forth this entire season, but we've gotten to the point where it's pretty much Matt and Jag running the show, which I like both of them, but they're both super loyal to one another, and they're like the only people who can win competitions this season. So I'm afraid of a steamroll. Are you likewise afraid? Am I panicking over nothing?
I mean, looking at the Minutemen, which was just, it's an unfortunate name. Like,
I agree.
I hope they realize outside of the context of the house, it doesn't really work, but,
Yes.
but I mean, we might get a steamroll. I kind of agree, because Jag especially is looking very dominant right now, and he is picking up steam at literally the best moment he can. And this is now it seems like he's ready to win. And that might not be the best for his partner in crime, but Jag is ready to like take it to the end.
It's gotten to the point where we just need people to not let Matt and Jag comp out. And it just feels like the oomph isn't there too. Are you noticing kind of a lack of motivation at this point of a season?
I think they might be defeated. I think that's what it is. Yeah, like it's tough too because the challenges are very physical. Speaking as me, the very out of shape person I am, if I look at it that way and then I see, my brain doesn't click as well either, right? And I'm like, oh, okay, I can't win physical challenges, I can't win puzzles. What do I do? Just wait here to leave. And that might be the way they're feeling with such a powerful duo at the top of it.
And I was dying. Felicia's like, just give me a mental comp, just give me a mental comp. And this week's HOH, you know, the dental thing, it was mental, it was a little physical, but she still couldn't do the mental part of it. I was like, Felicia, what can you do? You need to be able to do something. Or don't call for it if you can't come ready and prepared. It's a little frustrating, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm sitting there at home going, you can do this. You know, you're right there. You have, like, she was only missing like 2 of them.
Also, the fact that Jag could win HOH twice in a row, I understand it was part of the comic verse, the invisible HOH twist. That's fun to throw in, but having a 2-time HOH, Jag said it in this episode, it's illegal in Big Brother. And yeah, it should be. It's really boring to watch.
You were kind of hoping he would face consequences for his choices, right?
Yeah.
Because during the entire comic week, when he was invisible HOH, he was out there stating, like, oh, I don't want to make any big moves because I don't want to tip anybody off, or I don't want to push anybody the wrong way. And then when he finally made the big move for Cory and America, he was like, oh, here I am. I'm putting blood on my hands.
Yeah.
And then nothing happens as a result of it. He gets even more success after. I really like this guy, but also, I really hate that you're so good at this game.
It's more fun to root for an underdog in Big Brother, and I kind of shift my own preferences throughout. And I was kind of rooting for America to, you know, pull a Dan 𝐒𝐿 and come up with some kind of Dan's funeral thing. But she really, I don't know, her pitch to Jag was fine, but it was so bare bones Big Brother that I was like, we couldn't come up with anything more creative than that? Come on, she's an Ivy Leaguer.
As she pointed out, this is the time for her to kind of blossom and take over and become her own person. That doesn't necessarily happen. So you're on the chopping block. This is what happens. And it's tough because, yes, Jag is so in control of everything. It goes to that defeatist nature of like, oh, I can only try this because I'm so stuck in Jag's control. There's really nothing you can do.
I really like America. She was one of my tops from the beginning, but I wish that she had gone home and Cory would have stayed, because Cory does have the way of thinking that allows him to find those little cracks in the game. And he really, I mean, we saw in this week the little flashback where he was making Bowie feel paranoid. That's what we need to be doing. It almost worked and he wasn't even in the house. You know, I wish I could have seen more of that.
I really wish they went with the plan of letting Cory stay in the house so he could go after Jag. But as someone competing, I also understand that. Because it's like, well, you have the chance to get rid of a powerful player who's clearly knows what they were doing, and they took it. You know, who knows, right? Like with all the, you know, there are so many powers and twists, and I'm hoping that there's one that kind of breaks the game. I
like everyone who's left in the game. If every single person won, except for Bowie, I like her, but she has barely been playing. So. But everyone else, if they won, I'd be like, okay, yeah, I can see a reason for that. Bowie, I'd be like, how did we get here? What has happened?
No, I totally agree. When Felicia brought up the fact that Bowie has never been on the block, and Jag's reason for not putting her on the block was that she would be paranoid or she would feel away. Yeah. Go on the block. Do your duty as in the alliance. See, that is okay. Yeah, Bowie's a whole thing.
Now I'm curious because, and again, maybe I'm wrong, but let's say we get down to Matt and Jag in those final 2 chairs. Who do you think walks away with the win?
I would have to give Jag the win after being such a winner. Because to me, it would kind of feel weird if Matt won. Because as Matt has also said, Jag's done all the work for them.
I would have said Matt until I think like 2 weeks ago. And now it's flipped so hard for Jag. Matt's gonna have to do something really spectacular to win over Jag at this point. And here's where I have a problem with his game. I don't know if A, he recognizes that, B, he cares enough to cut Jag if they were going to the final 2. Like, I don't think he's too good of a person. I want him to cut his best friend if they're heading to final 2 and take someone he can win against. Otherwise, it's just, you know, playing for second place.
That's also why, like, we're looking at a steamroll here. It's because they're so tight. There's no instance. We never get a moment on camera of them going, maybe I should go against Jag, or maybe I should go against Matt for this one. No, they're so loyal to each other. They are the final 2, which is what it looks like.
This would be the only argument that Matt would have and I don't know how far it would go. Because remember, Jag was like technically eliminated back near the beginning, but Matt saved him using his power. So Matt could pull the Jag's only here to make it to the end because I used my power on him. But again, that's kind of it. Everything else has been very Jag-centric.
If you wanted to be really snaky about it, you'd be like, well, I'm the reason you've been so successful. It's because you're in this alliance with me that you're such a winner, and you're making all your decisions because of me. Like, you can really go for the snake route if you wanted to. But that's the thing, he's such a good guy.
I'm like, I don't know if that would occur to him to even do that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You know what? We are going to be back here every single week talking about what's gone down the week prior. Nick, I'm super excited to have you join us for these longer recaps every week.
I'm so excited to be here. Can't wait.
So like and subscribe. You'll get more of Nick. I know that's what everyone is here for anyways. And then head over to popculture.com for the latest in entertainment news. Until next time, I'm Anna Rumor.
And I'm Nick Valdez.
And this is Pop Culture Social Call.